Mhm. Ինչ sense ապեր, այս հիմա վերցենք թափով։
A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things already rolling. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Just eases him off the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of it. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pinches it off him. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Goes for the shot! And that is wildly off target.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Referee's given a throw. opts for safety. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And we have our very first corner.
Aha! Վերջական ոչն է ռաստը։ Լնա, չխաղը մարա։
Safe to say, he's capable of better than that. And now they can spring out of defence. Roberto Carlos. Vinicius Junior. Marquinhos. Brazil yet to have an attempt on goal. Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, great chance! Mbappe! And he has kept it out somehow.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Corner number 2 then. Ribery goes short. Brazil are looking to go forward now. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Pelé, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Looking to play him in. Oh, super find. He's onside. Can he finish? Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Brazil penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that silenced the crowd, Peter. Item 1 on the to-do list. Done.
And this is Dembele. And if you have just joined us, still just 1 goal between them. 1-0 the score. Karambeur aims beyond the defence. And he shoots! And he couldn't finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender. Stay on side.
So, third corner of the game. Terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Gabriel. Cafu. Showing great feet there. Tries to play it through. Pelé receives it in a wide position. And it's Rivaldo. Half an hour played now. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Almost accurate pass. It's Neymar! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Neymar is offering a right smile there.
Marquinhos. Tries for a long way out. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
Offside.
And he was quick to react. He's having a shot! And that's a good finish. France are back on level terms. The movement's so precise.
Are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds is all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Roberto Carlos. Neymar. Now, can they get him away? Threads one in. That has not gone well. Pele.
What's up?
That is one way to stop him.
Alright.
Belletti.
Luna yara.
Intercepted.
I'm very not
Well
talking
played.
faster.
Well stopped.
Cute ball now. How can he reach it? Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that's neat. Rivaldo. That's it. 45 minutes up.
Yeah.
So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a
So
telling
it's the
difference,
jump
but it
passing.
hasn't been for the lack of trying. And we are up to the break.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of
Luna yara.
creativity.
Taşız dusara.
Both
Orası
sides
sonra
really
var.
ought to be
Şat
looking to
atalım.
up the urgency, though.
Burada taşınmaz
Brazil
dusara.
are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the
Burada
score.
taşız vay orası.
So we're straight
Orası
back at
şöyle
it at the
internet
start of the
ara.
second half.
Hauja mara çemare kendokine.
And it's Ribery.
Bırak var bir kup.
France couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. And the pass is intercepted.
Ronaldo.
And here's Rivaldo.
İyi.
Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Zecham
It's a
cevabı
Brazil
cahte
free
mi
kick.
yapıyor? Evet,
Yeah, and a heart and mouth time.
Rivaldo! Sensational from Rivaldo!
Oh, that was magnificent. What a way to stamp your ability on a game. Not necessarily pivotal, but it has most definitely shifted momentum.
Oh,
Offside.
that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look
Offside, ara.
effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Brazil leading now. Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Forced to go back. Mbappe!
Ai, măcar
And into the
că
grateful
Bento
arms of
ia
the keeper.
ai suvai.
Pele.
Ora Pele ce șarjă pe aia, Pele. E. Apare să-și patire ai seara.
Doué. Now that is a hefty
Ai
challenge.
pes banara. Ora scova bug are futbolistleri pe
So
aia.
their fourth corner of the game.
Ora Bengal'ı teperte mara gındaki yekap saxtabiyanları hav.
And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Boş gınite.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Bunu ne uğrat al yara?
Be disappointed with that.
Aa.
Neymar. And it's
Ora
Roberto
genay.
Carlos.
Öyle ne uğrat ve sonra
Well intercepted. Mbappe going
Eric
face to face
Quinn.
with his great rival. Neymar.
Oh, really well played.
He's a
Ora
sharp
leva
little ball
shit.
here. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now that looks a decent ball. And here's Mbappe.
Ora tu.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched.
Müthiş
They
bu ata
can't
pas
with
alarak.
their backs to goal.
Öyle ne
It's a
yara?
sharp pass. Now it's Ribery. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And the shot!
Aha, ai sensat. Kaça
And he
derele.
hits the net. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking
he is.
pretty good for them now. A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just...
Oh, they could be caught. Real chance! And it's come back out to him. It's in!
Allah.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's
Müthiş
obviously
kulak
etched
apara.
in his mind now.
Filistin'e yara.
Shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to this.
Ne yara?
And no mistake. Again, we are
Oh,
level.
ara.
What a contest.
Exactly what you
What
want
a
to see from your
keeper.
players.
Sıra-
Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
A momentary lapse,
Well, look,
mercilessly
why more
exploited. They
I
were
could-
absolutely lethal.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there.
Well,
But you
what's
have to
for
give
pasta,
credit and
Liara?
fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
It's turning into quite a gem,
What a
this.
cheat, Liara.
This is wonderful
Ay,
front-footed
şansa
football.
Mundara.
The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Ay, what a solid, Liara.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Has
What a
another
very
goal!
nakapum, what a wicked pile of moti
Well,
karat.
if they're looking to win this, they're certainly going about things the right way.
Ay, kiss. Bam.
Pele might just make this. Brazil go in search of a late winner.
Liara, kinayan halay.
Well, what about it? From the cusp of victory to the cusp of desperation. Roberto Carlos has it out wide and in space.
Liara, dus zerneri mechara.
So what can
Oi,
they make
what
of
a-
this? Oh, red, nice interception.
Liara, naiura ta, Liara, chikases banach pedara.
Tries to pass it through. Well, played right into his path.
Yeah.
He is through here. There's a no-nonsense
Let's
tackle.
do that, Liara. Are you getting this contact of this pass?
Now it's Pele. Oh, that's well done, really robust.
I love it.
Well, they shouldn't be
But
dawdling
it's
at this stage.
Khagas,
They need
Liara,
to get the
nerve
ball
it,
in the
it's
mixer and quickly.
Let's
Ribery,
fully
he is looking to influence
Pace
the game from
Duara.
out wide. And it's Rivaldo.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
What can make it?
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough
Listen,
time for
Nayara.
them to try again.
Turara.
Out towards the flank. Great
Araçka
defending, strong and
internet apă
determined.
çinip kağalangerara.
Just seeing the board now, it's
What a
going to be
zangim
5
sen.
extra minutes. And it's been played through.
Ayara
And he's
şanta
managed to
kalamara
get free.
tuli tağı kilara.
Played up towards the front line. Neymar. Belletti.
Öylestin ayara
Here's
sarı.
Roberto Carlos. Vinicius Junior. And it's Neymar. Sends it crossfield.
Ben satavor gına hasneydi.
Now it's Pele. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shapes to shoot!
Öyle la bak kapet
Oh,
sarı.
that could be pivotal! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up.
Ya coğrafya.
And that is it, the referee
Öyle
has seen
süper
enough.
arasından kara.
Brazil
Azıcık
have
vereyim ara.
done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more.
Well,
We're
it's
certainly
Bona.
result-wise. This is a game they wanted to win
Bombo,
for so
what
many
player?
reasons, and his players did a sterling job carrying out
Bombo,
the
tipo.
instructions. Thoroughly enjoyable.
Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Ora նոր տեսա որ գրել է իր ապը շուտես գրել։ Ընտանակ սնչած էր։ Արա ով ես դու արա մտել ես առաջի դիվիզիոն, այ տղա։ Սա կապս կդզվի, ես քեզ կգեմ կաս։ Սակայն էսը վերցենք։ Sir, Որը հոզի, որը միացավ Ֆրանսիայի հետ ենք։ Ֆրանսիային հեսա ցույց կտանք, որը որից հետո է։ Այսինքն Ֆրանսիային ինչ են անում ապեր։ Լավ ուշ։ Այս գնացի։
A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I really like the look of this fellow, João Pedro, Peter. He has a lovely brand of flair, skillful, quick.
Applies the finish!
An
early chance there, first of the game.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Can he get it through? And this is Pele!
Oh, I love it.
Goal, Brazil! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Brazil have it is a goal of real significance.
Just listen to the noise all around us. Now they have all of this positive energy to feed off.
Roberto Carlos gets his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
And that is high.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.
And back to the goalkeeper. Belletti. Neymar. It's Vinicius Junior. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Roberto Carlos delivers. That has been slung wide. Crossed in once more. Defending of the... Pele!
Oh.
They would have been quick. Oh, he's been caught napping. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, it's come loose. Space for him to turn and look. And it's played in here. Brazil with the corner, they're first. Roberto Carlos goes short. France are looking to go forward now. Brazil very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's made its way to him. Good ball, good take. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Vinicius Junior. Neymar. He's gone searching crossfield. Now it's Pele. Pele. It is a corner. Brazil have their second corner now. Stitch defending, but that'll do. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Doué. Stood up well to him there. Brazil leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. And he's forced to go back. Oh, that's a key interception. Roberto Carlos, very much a man of this moment. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Olise. Doué has it out wide and in space. Rivaldo. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior venturing down the left. Looking for the run. It's a promising position. Saliba did well to stay calm there.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Olise. Neymar. Brazil looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He is through here.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
That's a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Not the most convincing of passes. Cafu. And it's Belletti. That's a sharp pass. Olise. Roberto Carlos running with the ball. Tries to pass it through. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. He's not got that quite right.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Rivaldo. And it's Neymar. Neymar, good driving run. Hernandez is the guilty party there. Oh, no messing about, it is red. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Belletti. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Brazil just about ahead. 1-0 at the break. And we get things going again.
Brazil definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter.
Can he finish? And he has kicked it out somehow.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
And that has been cleared. And it's Zaire Emery. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Pelé. That pass isn't the best. Neymar. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Has to go back here. Decent chance! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Neymar. Brazil just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Saliba for Olise. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Belletti. Good running, strong and purposeful. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now it's Doué. Chance, surely! It's fallen kindly here, and he hits the net. They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think of...
He's rising! Goal, France! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell. One that they hope will continue.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Passing is crisp and sharp, and he's quick to return it.
Brazil really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Brazil needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Oh, that's fabulous. Kalulu tidy with his distribution. Rivaldo. He's in plenty of space here. João Pedro. Neymar receives it in a good position here. He's having a hit! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Let's go. Start the cheat on
Substituição no time do Brasil.
Brazil have their third
Camisa
corner,
11.
and it's been taken short.
Deixando o campo para a entrada.
Bırak cheat ol ya.
Camisa 27.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Substituição.
Voy.
And it's Neymar. Vinicius Junior. That's a shade optimistic. No, that's been intercepted. Serginho looking to pass their way up the pitch. Strokes it back. Rodrigo. He has a look up. Oh, the movement is slick. The speed is
What a
slippery.
cheap ball.
The defence, though, and the shots. It's a pretty loose pass. It's Pele!
Ele olha a pé.
Superb from
Çünkü
Pele!
değil mi?
Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Once more they've done it. They just will not lie down.
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
And a calamitous moment ends with the inevitable result.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
So again, we have parity.
Şunun ne
Well,
bu
this ought to give them some renewed energy. If anyone's going to win it in normal time, you've got to make them favourites now.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Neymar.
That's good play from him.
Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Vinicius Junior gets flagged offside.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
دخاغا مورتي. هم مطلق ديفيزيون دخاغا تفكر.
That is good alertness.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Olise wants to run onto this. Can he finish?
Vay Kezban kapın var arada.
No, just not quite.
Doué is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here.
Vay Kezban arada.
Great vision. Played in by Cantona. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
Vay kut.
Neymar. Brazil do have a chance to counter here. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time, so we are still gridlocked.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
So a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now endurance.
Senhoras e senhores, pedimos sua colaboração com o nosso programa beneficente Chance no Futebol. Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 8.
So our quest to find the winner continues. Brazil displayed great character to force extra time from what looked a pretty ominous situation. The question now is, can they go on to win it? It is doable. Doué. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And the shot's on here. And great chance! Incredible! Just incredible! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Rodrigo. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This... Oh, what has happened here? And that's a simple one for the keeper. Vinicius Junior. Serginho. And he's been shifted off it. Gabriel cuts it out. Vinicius Junior.
Vay bu ısrar var.
Marquinhos. Gabriel cuts out the pass. Pele. And it's Kaka. Pele looking to receive it in space. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Change of plan here, perhaps.
Vay bu ısrar ne uttabet
So
sana.
there's the whistle,
Beni
and we
kupastı
will have
saltabet.
a brief break. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat, and all of a sudden things are looking pretty rosy. So this is it, one goal in it, and we're down to the last 15 minutes. Everyone on their last legs. Can there be one final twist?
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 17.
Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner?
Camisa 22.
This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. And that's going to be a booking.
Tabii izlerim. Ne yapılır 90 özünde. Evet, çok iyi gördüm.
Kaka. And it's Marquinhos.
Merhaba arası. Bak,
Roberto
teknik.
Carlos. Kaka. Chouameni. And here's Doué. And it's Petit. And that could well leave a
Hangi?
mark. I have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. He's picked his way through.
Pretty robust defending.
And that's gone loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Ale ne uttabet sana.
Roberto Carlos. Knocks it into space. Not a hint of... Kaka! And that's a sharp finish. And this is getting better and better. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Ay
Well,
kes
that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
İş payım.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Another throw-in. This could be their final throw of the dice. Corner number 2 then.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And now they can spring out of defence. And smartly reclaimed. Serginho. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And that's that. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. Your final thoughts, Jim?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more. Well, certainly result-wise. This is a game they wanted to win for so many reasons, and his players did a sterling job carrying out the instructions. Thoroughly enjoyable.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Senhoras e senhores, vamos anunciar os números sorteados de hoje. Se tiverem bilhete, confiram no telão.
Ah, kırık kentarla mı te? Hiç maruz kaplı maruz. Hep krope ala. Anche sopra. Burası işte bu iş.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the traditional Spanish number 5 is Rodri. He certainly has the sort of physique that would allow him to do the job. He has both the muscle and the brains to provide the creative and defensive support whenever necessary.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Del Piero looking to receive it in space. And it's Rodri. And this is Del Piero. He's picked his way through. And the shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Rodri has another go! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Manchester United really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And that was asking for too much. Rui Costa. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. That's a cute ball. Armenia are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Musiala spread out to the left. Kvaratskhelia stood up well to him there. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Crosses it in. Cleared away. He's in a good position here. Musiala. Gets a good foot in there. Van der Ven. Serginho. Sane. Rui Costa producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Musiala. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Can he get onto this? Kvaratskhelia. Oh, nice touch. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Is there any support? He might not need it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Rui Costa. Iniesta. No, that's been intercepted. Belletti. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Van der Ven. What a throw in. Cannavaro. Iniesta. And the shot's on here. Oh, shooting chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Manchester United with the corner, they're first. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Armenia are looking to go forward now. Engages and forces him off the ball. And here's Del Piero. Lam receives it in a wide position. Kvaratskhelia. Vermin looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Now, can they get him away? Can he latch on to this? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh. Now it's Hullet. He's got away. Carvajal did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Aimed at the fault. Oh, good climb! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. The second half is up and running.
Van Basten.
So the first half brought no goals.
Fairman. Coming on the field, number 8, Neymar. Number 20.
Armenia come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
And it's made its way to him. Iniesta conjures time and space where few can. Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking for the run. That is a great pick out. Big chance! They want to be quick, and it's come back out to him. Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
And he's managed to get free. Diouf. Kvaratskhelia. That is lovely. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Serginho looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Adriano. Neymar defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And this is Iniesta. That's really well manoeuvred. Goulet. Now it's Sané. That looks a cracking ball. It's a promising position. Very nicely done. And it's Arda Goulet. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, we expected better, and so did he.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, that's fabulous. Corner.
Substitution on the field. Number
It's their
10.
second corner of the game.
Coming on to replace him is number 23.
That has been knocked clear.
Substitutions taking place.
That's the keeper's ball. And now they can spring out of defence. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Williams. Del Piero. Carvajal spots it and intercepts. He's through here. And this is Del Piero. Delivered across. De Gea deals with that nice and simple. Armenia perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Adriano. Nedved crosses. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
Չի թողում զամեն անում։
Substitution on the field.
So, third corner of the game.
Neymar. Coming on the field is number 24. Desiree doing. Substitution in progress.
Denied by an instinctive save.
Eto actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Ball's gone out of play.
Ապեր կապ չկա, ապեր։ Ինչ սրանք կրել են։ Սիկրելու են։
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Լուստ է սրանք։
He's in a great position here. Well, that looks a decent ball. Lovely ball and goes for a shot. It's in.
Agit even կրել։
Finally the breakthrough.
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you ought to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
The first breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the number one contender, and he's done
good effort from distance. Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Juve in the hunt and looking threatening. And it's Del Piero. He's found space here.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Maldini. Ah, he's given it away. Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Oh, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation. Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Can he finish? Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Doué is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment.
Hauriyek, ha? Bravo. Hiç görmeyin kapı, NATO anlamaz. Ne hauriyek tabii. Erek daha şorsi çıkarayım. Çigali. Ինչ զմատ հոտա ախպերես, աշը, ես վեսա ինտերնետը գդզվի կտենաս խաղավորնա, ասել են վաղը մնաց, պես բաներով է աշխատում, ընդհատումներով է աշխատում ինքը, պրոբլեմ ունի, վաղը գդզենք ապեր, ես ինչ տաղեք են արաստ է, արիս սրան մատ,
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We're up and running then.
There's a player below, Peter, that I admire on a professional and personal level, the one and only Raul.
He's just out on his own for consistency.
Indeed, and a terrific leader. Talent has to be backed up by hard...
Batistuta! Batistuta! Big moment! Massive goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, but it had to be. Fermin receives it in a good position here. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Out towards the flank. Carvajal gets across to intercept that. And it's Pedri. Pedri. Serginho. Squeeze it through. Dani Olmo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Fermin will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Raul. And this is Batistuta. Now it's Dani Olmo. Fermin does well to get it back. Sané, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Batistuta. Galatasaray have a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Guardiol. Aims beyond the finish. There's the goal they've been looking for. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And now he has two. So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go grab a third.
And it's Pedri.
Armenia really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. This looks promising. Nicely weighted ball, and he welcomes it in, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Carvajal gets a good foot in there. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Belletti. That is good alertness. Looking for the run. Kvaratskhelia. Van Basten!
Ասի քոխաղը նայելով ես քեզանից ուժեր եմ խաղում։
That's good play. Fermin. Now, can they get him away? Now, what about this cross? Goes for a shot! Goal! Back to within one! Oh, beautifully dispatched.
Ball it
There
up.
was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
36 minutes is number 4.
Armenia cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now. All of a sudden, this one's totally up for grabs.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Galatasaray clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And this is Batistuta. De Gea gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Fermin. Now it's Van Basten. And here's Sané. And it's Lopez. Lopez. Danny
There will be
Olmo.
1 minute added time.
McAllister. Now that's well seen too. And we've reached half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Please turn towards the screen.
Just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Substitution on the field. Number 14.
And that's it.
Number 10.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good...
Անձը բավարը մի ամպիտ երեպի խպես։ Այսա մի հատ երկու հատ կարեմ խաղանք։ Բալը տարակ կարենք թափով։ Ասի գիտեր որ հետը մի գալու ջոգի հելա։ Ախպեր ստեղ խաղացող ասում կա խաղալ իմանաս կխաղաս ախպեր։ Յասին մեծ խաղաց երկու հատ խաղացող ամ միամիտ տվե բանով։ Այդ խաղացողն է ուրիշ չունեմ, սա սովորական խաղացողներ է։ Նրանց հետ այնա մեջ չեմ խաղացանım սկի։ Դա ես քո հետ չեմ խաղացել, տնա ոնց ես խաղում, տենց մեծ ջարդրտում ես։ Տնանք ինչ ես անելու ինձ։ Ես չի որ ես վստահ եմ որ կրեմ, պրոստը տենց որ վստահ դու խոսում ես։ Սա վաղը ինտերնետը գդեզեն արջան։ Կտնաս սրանց հետ ոնց եմ խաղում։ Այսօր է չդեզին, ասել էին այսօր։ Ոնց որ ձգվում է, պրոբլեմ կա ապեկ, որ միջև հասնում է իմ մոտ պամեխներ է տալի։ Գնում գալիս է ինտերնետը ջոգիր։ Ինպես բատ, հա։ Ասա խաղաս ապեր ոչ։ Տնա մետ ինչ խաղցողներ ունեն ես ունդը։ Biz denen keser kum xağı tapov görենք։ Հալ մեկ ախպեր ես։ Your finish is big.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba, starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
Terrific! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So a breakthrough already. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Doué. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. This is a promising build-up. And it's Serginho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Musiala, and here's Van Basten. And he's chosen to go back. Kupchu. Good ball over the top. Serginho promptly onto that, and that is that. No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Schneider. Quarter of an hour played. Doué is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Cut short. Totti is onto it in a flash. Serginho gets over and intercepts. That's destined for the flank. Chooses to go cross-field. That's been cut out, well played.
Armenia really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now would see them lose it.
Totti. Totti! Oh, he has levered that.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Serginho. Kvaratskhelia scooting forward. And it's Schneider. Kupchu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Now, can they get him away? Massaro! And he has kept it out somehow.
Massaro is offering a right smile there.
And we have our very first corner.
Totti!
And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Serginho. Doué. Musiala will not want to lose out here against this opponent. Odo is looking to influence the game from out wide. Looking to play him in.
That's going in strongly.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And that's going to be a booking. He's having a good look here. An opportunity then to pull clear here. Schneider! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack.
Serginho. Facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. It's a good surge he's making up the left-hand side, and he has been fouled there.
Լնա ես եմ առաջ տղա ֆախտեր, վազում է եկավ խփեց։
Out of play for a throw.
Ապեր ինտերնետից ես ուշ է իմը բանալիա տալի, ապեր թեքվում եմ զգում եմ ես որ
That is ended up in no man's land. And he's done very well to take that back. Belletti. Doué.
Լնա ուրա տալի արա, հորս վախտեր չի կարաս բանալի։
That's good running with the ball. Right card,
Արա
kept
չի
away,
ես տալի, ինգ է
and it
պասը,
is reclaimed easily.
չի վրմ
And
աստեղ
here's the chance to counter. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Kvaratskhelia going face to face with his great rival. A hefty challenge, but fair enough.
Մորսում նեվովա գալի, արա գնդակը վեկալելու։
Massaro pinches it off him. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Kvaratskhelia.
Դուր արա։
Belletti. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
Տաշես դու սապը նայ։ Էդի ինտերնետն ախպերես։ Ոսկես հաստատ բան եմ ասում։
Kukçu. Saliba. Totti. Schneider. Kukçu. And that is out of play. Schneider. Serginho.
Vay hors alə vara.
2 added minutes
Looking
has
to
been
pass their way
indicated.
up the pitch. Oh, that's fabulous.
Vara.
Belletti. Played out towards the right wing.
Lăstă-l, ia.
Robs him of possession.
Marci capă, Savin tale la etapă.
Belletti. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Sané.
Arăt și te cum a făcut.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And he has shown him a yellow card. And for the first half, that is that.
Աչու ծախը։
A very
Ուշանը,
combative,
շատ
competitive
ուշ
half with just
Որես
the one
խաղում դու չես
decisive
ջոգում
moment.
ասես
It's been compelling
Կողքս
stuff.
նստած ես կտենաս։
Armenia
Ես չեմ ասում պասը։
time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Այդ որ հերո չի
Well,
հասնում
things are not
ինտերնետն
good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy
Ուրիշ պասերը հա
playing
բան
within
չունեմ։
themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Kvaratskhelia.
We're on the move again.
Van Basten.
Armenia can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Number 9.
He's having a pop! And it's been given away. Goes for a shot! And that's in! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
It was
But
a
what a sort
great
of
finish. He
pass
put
it
it
out.
away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And when the manager
I
called
love
on him,
it.
he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And there's the shot! Oh,
What a
that is
cheat
asking for
take.
trouble. Carvajal.
Հələ nə ուրա տվե ախպեր, նայեք։ Էնի
Saliba
փախավենի
gets
եկավ։
across to intercept that. Nicked it back promptly. Lexington
Victor
appear
Kamas,
to be happy
that's
to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're
Ay,
setting
bırak
themselves
sana
up for
bak,
the
farz
counter-attack. It's plain and
El
simple.
pujama tekme mara.
That's beautifully weighted.
Bırak İtalya ara, orası.
Oh, what? And the shot! Goal! Into the lead once more. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers.
Bunlar
Little
belki taraf
influence,
gol
and all
kovarak
of a
kolu
sudden,
taraf.
bang.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And it's Musiala. Sané. Musiala. Chance to deliver. Armenia perhaps contemplating their next change here.
İtalya ara. Ara pıçıtabets havrankan pasta bir mara. Nervak
Armenia
manatse ya.
really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Bullish header! He's got a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and
But
we've
you
just
cannot
seen
do
an
that.
example. This team has real personality and
Rına
character.
yara şat.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Serginho.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Orası çaresi, orası sarı bana. Ara laveli. Aklı şiirlisiz hal.
Schneider. He might be in here. Tries one from range.
That's a player who's very good at his craft. If space is to
Ooh,
be
Rara.
found, he'll find it.
Rına yara orası.
Oh, they can break here.
Kırkış kalı
Space for
pas.
him to turn and look. He's got away. Plays it across. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Ara ne uğrat tali pası?
Now it's Totti. Well, the defence just
Shit.
about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Chooses to go cross-field. That wasn't the greatest of balls.
Substitution on the field. Number 42.
Neymar.
Musiala.
Shit
Number
mara.
24.
We expected better, and so did he.
Desiree Doué. Number 14.
And here's Owen.
Sané.
Beni ara.
Well,
Coming
that
on
might
the
be that,
field.
Peter. Maybe
Number
both sides just going to have to
22.
settle for the draw now.
Number 8. Neymar. Number 7.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neatly clipped. Great chance!
Lov ne ara.
He lifts the roof! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it!
Yeah, the keeper was thinking about his angles, and Loft just took him out of the equation. Elementary.
He's having a hit! And that is as much as we have time for. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they...
Anche սովերու առաջինը խաղանք ատուֆտածուկ էր թիմը լավն էր պրոստը ուժեղ թիմ ուներ Այսը ձգենք կրենք արտուստեր Bravo, estamos aí, garoto.
Jingy, jingy, jingy. Jingy, jingy, jingy. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running. Well, for Pepe, this is the time to get that stern focus in his eyes.
Yes, it's that look that says, I'll win at all costs, and you better be prepared for what's coming.
Well, he knows, doesn't he? He just knows. At the core of his game is winning battles, physical, aerial, mental. To him, winning, however he does it, matters most. Rijkaard. Played out towards the right wing. They get a throw in. He has found the way through. Lovely bit of skill. Decent chance! He scored! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That's a good foray he's making. Musiala wins the duel this time. He's found a way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Robson. Oh, super find. He is through here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Robson proves just a little bit too strong. Bullish header! Loose. Oh, what has happened? In he goes again. That's a throw. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Vermeer. Never out of the action for very long. Plays a sharp little ball here, and he's certainly onside here. And it's Belletti. Showing good feet. They want to be quick to recover this. Beckenbauer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Bale pings in a cross and a header!
No, it's not.
He will be livid with himself. Serginho. Swung over. Sané. And it's Lopez. Musiala powering forward here. Musiala! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, such a fabulous run, and he was fully intent on rounding it off in some style. Great strength, wonderful skill, terrific balance, but he seems to have rushed the finish.
Musiala. Kvaratskhelia looking to add to his goal. Now that looks a decent ball. That's tidy. Great ball, and he's in here. And a chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Tanucci is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Oh, played through for the wide man. He's shifting through the gears here.
Lofted
chance! Oh, good finish.
Botafogo
back on level terms. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter.
He's having it! And he's lifted it over.
If he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
Robson plays the return pass. Bale has it out wide and in space. He's rising!
What up?
Crossbar! And again they're denied by the woodwork. This time, surely! Pele, the specialist in tearing teams apart. He's picked his way through. That's a nicely shaped ball. And he shoots! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Robson.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Maldini. Beckenbauer. And this is Ronaldo. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Neatly clipped into space. Shoots! He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
Well, it's a shame it ended up a little wasteful. They had the perfect opportunity to break away, and then they go and do that. It's got to be a quicker transition.
Ended up in no man's land. Pepe. Carvajal cuts it out. Tries to play it through. And for the first half, that is that. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Substituição em andamento.
Second period then underway. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Armenia come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Beckenbauer is the team's great visionary. And it's Lopez. Belletti. And here's Goulet. Bops him off it and wins back the ball.
Where is he goes?
Defense just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Beckenbauer.
Now Robson. Goulet. And here's the chance to counter. Looking for the run. And this is Pele. He's got away. Chance for a shot. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Pele clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Armenia with the corner, they're first. Oh, that was vital. And now they can spring out of defence. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Armenia do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Panucci. Best. Threads one in. Quick look, thought about cutting inside. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
He's
going to be disappointed with that. Cristiano Ronaldo. What's fallen kindly here. Goal! And the comeback is complete. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop. Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Distributed tidily. Now it's Goulet. And he's managed to get free. Goulet. Brilliant save under real pressure.
Armenia really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help them cause now.
Robson, nice looking ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
There will be a throw-in.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 4. Camisa 77. Camisa 13.
Oh, good steal, he just read it. Pele. Oh, that's fabulous. So much time and space here. Shot a goal! Goal! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So again, we have parity.
Armenia really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Shit,
Good-looking ball. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yield a winner.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Nico Williams. He's found a way through. Pele. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Ribery picks it up out wide. Ribery looking sharp there.
Okay, it didn't quite come off on this occasion, but you get the feeling as a team they might want to just stick with this approach.
Foram indicados 2 minutos
They'll have
de
one
acréscimo.
Azar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Confirmation that there will be 2-minute stoppage time. And that is that. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Senhoras e senhores.
Սովերը չկարծակար եմ արա։ Սաղ ինտերնետներ ապ երկու գիծեր սարք է։ Նամես։ Ես ինչ ելավ գալիս եմ, Արտուր, ուզում եմ կրվեմ, չկրեմ, գալիս եմ։ Ներվանաց ապես, կապիտ ինձ։
Well, football is of course ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. This of course the Saitama Stadium, looking so intimidating with the crowd close to the pitch, so much like classic European stadia. So straight into the action. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I don't think you're going to get many defenders who are as good as this fella, Koundé, when it comes to...
Ibrahimovic! Belletti.
Կրվելու եմ, եսի կապ չկա էլի, չի թեքը մապն։ Վայ, օրը սարվես ինչ դանդաղ են էտ, նայ չի թեքը մապն։ Արա, օրը սարը, արա։
Serginho.
Why yes, cool.
Prachuap have it back and can go again. Marquez. And it's Roberto Carlos. And it's Xavi. It's Lampard, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Marquez calmly anticipates. Lampard, some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And it's made its way to him. Oh, that's fabulous. Musiala.
Rknara.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's in a good position here. And Messi!
Rchkas
Oh, that was
zbanara.
a brilliant save.
Messi is offering a right smile there.
Mi bana ինչ ստեղծեր։
Substitution in progress.
Prachuap with the corner. There first.
Արա դե խաղա էլի։
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. He's looking wide. Plays in a cross. Oh, good effort!
Այն կոլոտը
Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Որովհետեւ ծեւ են պոստալի ախտերը, չեմ
Armenia
ասկանում,
still
արա։
without a single shot on target.
Այն դանդաղ ընդունում։
That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from it.
And the pass is intercepted.
Բերը լավ արա է։
Fermin. Carvajal is looking to influence the game from out wide.
Արա խի արա, արա։
And here comes the corner.
Ապա շուտը եթե եկե, ուշ թեքեց հետո։
Sane goes short.
Լավ դելի
Have the
կապը։
chance to go the other way.
Ինչ օրը գցեմ արա։
Carvajal.
Նայից ձևա շարժվում։
Belletti. And it's Lopez.
Հələ նայ արա,
Brilliantly
չթող
cut
ասկի
out.
բրդեմ։
And here's Musiala. Messi. It's a pretty loose pass. Musiala. Musiala will not want to lose out here,
Aralava.
not against this opponent. Guardiola. Looking for options for movement. Fermin looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Kvaratskhelia. Oh, such a clever touch. And it's Belletti.
Արա
Opts to... And he shoots! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Armenia have their second corner now. Diouf.
Try քեզ բան։
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Արա ոնց է բռնում արա, օրը սարը վարա։
Belletti. Armenia have rung the changes already. They could, of course, make further
Հələ նայ
alterations
արա,
at half-time.
շան։
Del Piero. And claimed it back swiftly. Guardiola. That's destined for the
Տաշելը,
flank.
համարյա տաշելը դուս։
Kvaratskhelia. Lovely feet. Serginho. Serginho's cross.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And a goal here just before
Այ օրը
half-time
սարը
could
վարա,
mean a
բաց է
great
ծարը
deal.
սա։ Վայ, օրը սարը վարա։
Goal! One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other. And it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. And there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Prachuap have penetrated for the first time.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Look at the
Արա
space
չի
there.
թեքվում ինգերը։
Puyol is there and he can get
Չի
that
տալի ապա
clear.
նայ, օրը սարը
5
կասեցես
minutes till the
նոր։
break.
Մերրա
Now
պաստալը։
it's Messi. And he's picked up the run.
Ջարդը։
He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Well, the
Ora,
movement
si
is
shka, ama ca
sleek, the
sharp,
speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
That appeared to be
Ara
an inevitable
çıkarsınız
outcome.
bana
Too
abi.
much traffic.
Apır şimdi
And this is
hatta
Sané.
internet na.
Sané
Biz diren
looks
gidesiniz
at the
de kansına
possibilities,
yoksa
but
sonra.
in the end it's fruitless. Short changes him with that pass. Guardiola. And the referee says that is that for the first half.
Bak
There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Armenia go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Ara
That just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Armenia really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Now it's Pelé.
Asız başka sonra Fonsa versin maragında kara. Gena mati hete bak gena bu versi abres.
Guardiola. And it's
Ay
Marquez.
ah bir güç bitirişiyle artık
Roberto Carlos. That's really well cleared.
Mesela gılxop katani parza.
That is good
Öyle sıra
alertness.
nara. Bor
Musiala
yor.
trying to get out of a very sticky situation. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Ara şey abres.
Well, there's the clearance. Well, they've got it
Ara
again.
gılxop işi battı. Ara be boştu bizim ha.
Prachuap appear to be happy
Nice
to let
shot
their
earlier,
front
huh?
players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And this is Del Piero. Ibrahimovic!
Kayfe de var böyle sap.
Second reaction.
Ibrahimovic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Kayfe de var.
It's their second corner of the game.
Ara mihat baş şey etmeli ara. Kırkaş galıp fasılı tali. Çıxa.
That's a decent clearance.
Bilin ne yaram?
Armenia are looking to go forward now. Buffon gets his hands on it and the danger is averted.
Aha!
The attendance for this match was 62,005.
Del Piero is flagged offside. The pass has gone astray.
It's a goal system.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Great shot!
Ara bu tokat.
Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
So, third corner of the game. Pelé! That was a fine display of acrobatics.
Well, look, we know there's a sense of artistry in everything he does. That's so typically him.
Out of play for a throw. And it's Xavi. Guardiola is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. Okay,
What a
that's
lovely
largely due to
Arabic.
the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their...
It's Roberto Carlos! It's loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. Musiala.
Vay
Has not
Boris.
gone well. Great ball, and he does.
Aa çıkarsanız bana.
And
Fakat
that's
Dilan
in.
yer kare sıkmalayı vur.
And
İçme
this
işte
is getting better and better. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Prachuap are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it. Now they have it.
Now it's Pele. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kvaratskhelia. He has found the way through. He's rising! And that's a good finish. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Armenia cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Musiala! No way through, so back it comes. He's having a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 22, Frank Lampard. Number 4, Xavi.
Why?
Coming on the field.
Do it. Running a top gear. He is through here. Oh, what has happened here?
Number 8.
Goes for a shot.
Substitutions taking place.
Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
Due absolutely knew he could ill afford to miss that.
Jorginho.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
5 minutes left on the clock. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pele finding himself in space. He's had a shot! And yes, it's there! We thought they were done, but never say never. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view
There
of
will
it.
be 5 minutes added time.
Very quickly, the substitute made his mark. Tries one from range. Deftly away.
What a phone, Sarah! What a demokainas pashkarts of Torah, Hapis Jordan's Mingalo.
And it's Carvajal. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be fun. It's Neymar!
What?
Oh, it's hit the post! Ambitious, but just off target.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Jorginho cuts it out. Pass somewhat off target. And time is up. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks.
Ես դες կբռնացնեմ հələ։ Տենը մեծ թիվ է Արտուր։ Ասպետ կարդի բանը չես մտել է միշել ման։
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We are... Luis Suarez! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Quick look, then plays it in. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation. Chance for a shot! Goal! And we have liftoff! Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And here's Messi. Roberto Carlos. Kvaratskhelia. Can he get on the end of this? Armenia leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And it's Lopez. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Roberto Carlos. Now it's Lopez. Oh, he's been caught on it here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And the referee has brought play back and showed him a yellow card. Sane has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. He's picked his way through. Can he finish? It's a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! A horrible blip, a moment they could well have done without.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Neymar. Now it's Luis Suarez. Roberto Carlos. And he's had it nicked away. Roberto Carlos made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully. He's shifting through the gears here. Great challenge, time to perfection. Armenia with the corner, they're first. And now they can spring out of defence. Cruyff, he has found the way through. Little doubt, that is a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
And it's Neymar. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Very nearly half an hour gone here. This is a promising build-up. Aimed beyond the defence. He's found a way through. It's Luis Suarez! They've got to be quick to recover this. Rijkaard did well to stay calm there. Now it's Kvaratskhelia.
Pretty robust defending.
Neymar. Fermin with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Joe! Brilliant save from Buffon! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Diouf clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Great chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. He's dealt with that really well. Armenia are looking to go forward now. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Vieira. Beckenbauer. Lahm. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Oh, that's fabulous. Kvaratskhelia. He's had a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
A case now of complete control. Vieira. And it's Cruyff. Knocks it into decent chance! And a neat finish! So smooth, a signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
So could they be onto something here? Played out wide, looking to play him in, and he's picked it up out wide. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
Probably be looking to play it square from here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Messi. He is through here. Luis Suarez. Belletti. Now that's well seen too. Now we've reached half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Armenia
Inneler
largely
tempo.
dominant, up by
Uşak
2
abi.
at the break.
İnternet
What's the
sağ.
screen with the train departure times from all local major stations?
Ես գիտես ինչքան եմ պաս տալի որ տալիս է։ Ջարդում եմ ապը կլավիատուրան։ Ցեները չի գալի պրոստը, տենց դրել եմ բեշումնի։ Սաղ կնոպիկը ջարդվել է արդեն։ Հիմա քո պուլտի մոտ լներ ջարդած կներ արդեն։
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Kvaratskhelia. Number 16, Fermin.
So
Coming on
into the second
field,
half.
Number 17, Vinicius Junior.
Roberto
Number
Carlos.
7, Beckham.
Armenia
Substitution in
come out
progress.
this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
He's in a great position here. He's got away. Lahm for Messi. And it's Neymar. Luis Suarez. Suarez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Vieira. Beckham. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Belletti. Threads one in. Tries to play it through. Diouf. And it's Roberto Carlos. That is lovely. Out towards the flank. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Picked out, tries one from range. It's a goal! What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Oh, he's having it! Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Sane! Sensational from Sane! He's got himself an absolute peach. Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of their own. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Armenia are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And Beckham! Keeper always had the measure of that.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Armenia are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Cruyff. And this is Neymar. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
In with the challenge.
That was lovely, that.
Vinicius Junior does really well to win the ball there. Vinicius Junior venturing down the left. Showing great feet there. Takes the shot! And he couldn't quite make it 6.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Spread to the right. Roberto Carlos. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Sane. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Messi running with intent. And it's Cruyff. No, he's not getting past him there. That's a foul, no two ways about it.
Substitution on the field, number 8.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Too many have the power or indeed the accuracy from this range. Dare to have a go? He's put his foot right through that one. Vinicius Junior, cute ball now, how can he reach it? Surely he can't miss! And a chance! David Beckham! Picture postcard goal! A finish of true class! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Now it's Pelé. And he's let fly. Lam. Now that looks a decent ball.
Added minutes
Time
has
added
been
on,
indicated.
4 minutes. And it's Nedved. Roberto Carlos. Beckham.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That's an imaginative pass. Vieira is there to clear.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Nedved is there and he can get that clear. And that's that. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do.
Upstairs up. No, up at house. Mas կարող իր մոտ կապերը լավ է Նիկո։ Եթե կուզես։ Դու առաջի դիվիզիոնն ես Արտուր։ Խաղում եմ ախպերս։ Հա, նորմալ է էլ այդքանը որ կարում ես ընկել։ Դու առաջի դիվիզիոն չես մտել։
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We're up and running then. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Buffon claims comfortable. A probing pass. Now it's Lopez. It's out for a goal kick. Well, Jim, there have been quite a few lethal front threes down the years, but this man, Neymar, might have been a part of the best of them all.
I would say so. I mean, they won the treble in 2014-15, so it's hard to argue against that.
In the first season, they played together too. Oh, and Sané! Roberto Carlos. Shevchenko is onto it in a flash. And it's Messi.
Such good technique.
He's found a way through. Cruyff. Shapes to shoot! They've scored! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Armenia are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Musiala. Cruyff wins the duel this time. Now it's Cruyff. Musiala. And that has left him in a heap. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go.
Armenia are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Kvaratskhelia stood his ground strongly. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, they could break here. Ambitious ball here. He can run onto that. Messi has it in a wide position. Shoots! Oh, off the bar! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Szoboszlai aims beyond the defence. He's found a way past. Sané. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Not the most accurate pass. He'll try from distance! Cleared without hesitation.
Kvaratskhelia really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That's good vision. Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, and the finish! Now that is commitment to the cause. Armenia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Roberto Carlos goes short. Quality ball. Armenia have the chance to go the other way. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Cruyff is herring after that one. Armenia are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Chooses to go cross-field. Sané. Sané going face-to-face with his great rival.
Wow, look who's involved.
Shevchenko. That is good progress on the left. Cruyff can so cleverly bypass the press. And here's Shevchenko. Distributed tidily. Sané has the space to scheme. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Shevchenko. Roberto Carlos. And that's going right the way across. Roberto Carlos gets it away. Musiala. It's Belletti. Fermin. Nicely weighted ball. Sane unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Messi. And he's picked out the run.
Added time.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Roberto Carlos. And it's half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Armenia finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Substitution on the field. Number 42.
So the action resumes.
Number 12.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Number 20. El Haj Diouf. Number 23.
Now, can they get him away?
Williams. Substitution.
Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. So what can they make of this? Tries to play it through. Oh, nicely intercepted. Armenia different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the...
And the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Fermin clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Neymar. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Nice looking ball. And he cuts out the supply. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Armenia still chasing a one-goal deficit here. He has found the way through. And here's Bale. He's having a hit!
Lovely.
Well taken goal.
Lovely.
Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And that is fabulous, a true beauty of a goal.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Cruyff, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Lopez. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Showing great feet there. Neymar! Neymar! Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant! About as smooth as it gets!
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Substitution in progress.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Armenia perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Szoboszlai. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Van der Ven. Spread out to the left. Lahm is there and he can get that clear. And it's Belletti. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Lovely feet. Pass somewhat off target.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
They just need...
It's Neymar! Ambitious, but just off target.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Just a quarter of an hour to play.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Can he spark a counter here? No, that's been intercepted. It's not gone well. Now it's Del Piero.
That was lovely, that.
He is through here. And the whistle's gone for a reckless challenge there.
And
he's going to have his name taken. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Не сейчас, брат.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. And the ball is out of play. And he's gone searching crossfield. Sane carries the ball down the right. Showing good feet. Sane. That's a good ball out wide. He slings it in. And that has been cleared. And smartly reclaimed. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Great work on the overlap. Shot a goal!
Armenia really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Roberto Carlos gets across to intercept that. Baresi. Vieira. But that signals the very end. Armenia were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort unrewarded.
I'd like to inform you now that the latest travel
What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Armenia never really got into this game. I think conceding early as they did seemed to completely undermine whatever had been put in place before they left.
մի հատ բանի հետ խաղամ։ Բան ջան, Արտուր ջան, հետո կխաղանք։ Երկու հատ էլ բան ապի հետ խաղամ մեր բրատի։ Հետո կխաղանք։ Շատ լավ ես խաղամ ապեր։ Պրոստը պայտակ պետք է ստացվի քո մոտ։ Ոնց որ իմ մոտ էլի նույն ձևի է։ Նա բացել եմ ապ։ Հեսա մետ խաղանք, իա հետ խաղամ, հետո նորից քո հետ կխաղանք։ Ապեր այդ ֆուտբոլիստներով դու մենակ Մեսիով կարաս ահագին բան անես։ Շնաց իմ մոտ է կա լավ ֆուտբոլիստներ, պրոստը չի ստացվում։ Արա ջոսիկով հեշտ է էլի խաղալ ախպեր։ Ասա որ հեշտ է ապեր։ Արտուր ախպեր։ Ապ դե կպի էլի։ Չէ, լավ է խաղում էր ախպերս։ Հա, դու կստակես հեսա։ Тот, который хочет играть, Сото. А, потом играем обязательно. Равшин. Ինչ անեմ ախպերս։ Լավ է խաղում էր, կրիր էլի, ինչ ես ուզում, ինգեր։ Այլ որ չես խաղում, ոնց ես կրում ախպեր։ Արտուր ջան, լավ է խաղում էր, ինչ ես։ Ախպերս ստացվավ գոլերը կրի ինչ։ Ինչ կապ ունի ախպեր, մտավ ախպեր, կարար գոլ չմտներ, կարար 1-0 լներ։ Ստացվավ, ինչ անեմ։ Դու էլ կրի։ Կրել է։ Ասա պրծնենք խաղանք էլ ախպերս, բրնի իշքան զմ ես խպի։ Ես մեկը խաղալ չգիտեմ նենց հավոր։ Մինչև ջոյստիկ ճարեմ մատ։
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're very much on the way now. Nothing but absolute focus in the eyes of Gennaro Gattuso, Jim, and no doubt he will be relishing every part of the battle.
Yeah, the very epitome of competitiveness and relentlessness. I mean, he's a real menace in every sense of the word. If you're on the ball, he'll chase you to the ends of the earth and back. I'm going to say only nice things about him for fear of him coming after me.
Now it's Pelé, tries to pass it through. Batistuta, he's through on goal here. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. Armenia really could have done without this. So this to break the deadlock. 1-0, just one winner. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Armenia are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Belletti. For Szoboszlai. And it's Sané. That is ended up in no man's land. Fermin powering forward here. Sané. Chance! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. Armenia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Kvaratskhelia! mistake. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
A finish of great intelligence. He just understood, and he executed so smoothly.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Armenia restore parity.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Oh, that's a ball-shooting chance! And he hits the net. And again they hit the front. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Armenia leading now.
Well,
the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Roberto Carlos does really well to win the ball there. Fermin. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. That's good play. Olise stood his ground strongly. Forwards and with intent. Kvaratskhelia. Nice bit of trickery. Roberto Carlos.
Armenia are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Fermin, never out of the action for very long. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well read, and the danger is averted. Neymar. And here's Sané. Fermin is onto this. Takes a shot! And that's in! Again, we are level! What a contest!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
How very smart. He just got it right.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Armenia dragged themselves back again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Szoboszlai. Rijkaard. Oh, they could be caught out here. And a shot! It's a goal! Into the lead once more. And that is a genuine ground-eat-me-up moment.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Armenia with the lead. Rijkaard makes the interception. Szoboszlai. Armenia are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Olise has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. He's found a way past. Takes aim and crosses. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Sané. And it's Musiala. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Zanetti. Not the most convincing of passes. Batistuta. Fermin. Belletti. What's going wide left?
There will be 3
He has
minutes
found a
added
way
time.
through. And here's Musiala. Fermin. And it's Musiala. Musiala has got himself a free kick. save from the hair! Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
And the referee has blown for half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
And a quick announcement for the benefit of anybody who has found themselves a little lost today. Please look at the screen for information on how to find your way around this stadium.
Substitution on the
So
field.
off we go again.
Number 14.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. You want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Number 22. Gulen. Number
And that is
23,
expertly dealt with.
Nathan Williams.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Nico Williams is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that's a throw-in. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Good running, strong and purposeful. He's shifting through the gears here. Cuts it back. Oh, super ball. And the finish! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Neymar venturing down the left. Armenia needing a change of fortune here. Arda Güler. He is just caressing the ball. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That looks a decent ball. Roberto Carlos delivers.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Szoboszlai. Vermin, given the lift of his goal. Armenia perhaps contemplating their next change here. And here's Mbappe.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Olise. And it's Doué. Doué! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Gattuso. Looking for the run. And he's picked out the run. He's picked his way through. A header! Oh, off the bar! Not a bad try by any means.
He probably had a good view of it as well, Peter. Obviously, an inch or two lower, and that's in the back of the net.
Roberto Carlos, a player who needs no introduction. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Now it's Williams. Played back.
And now they've got a chance to start again.
Doué. Oh, he's having a go! Ambitious, but just off target.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Batistuta. 75 minutes played.
Armenia surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Doué running with the ball. Albert Ferrer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Batistuta was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And the shot! Armenia are running out of time and out of options.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Fermin. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's found space here.
Armenia really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Voilà, that's hopping.
Rijkaard. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Batistuta.
There will be 1
Now it's
minute added
Batistuta.
time.
We are into stoppage time.
Voilà,
And
that's
that will be
hopping.
it. A game of margins of thrills, the sort of game that is a great
With
advertisement
vanity.
for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose.
Молодец. Hopping, молодец. Ատը խաղանք ու գնամ Արտուրի հետ խաղամ։ Թեթև պայտակ բռնում է։
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A
everyone.
clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're very much on the way now.
Goodness.
Batistuta. And here's Batistuta. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very
Լավ
poor.
բռնեց որը։
Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Engages and forces him off the ball. He's a sharp little ball here. They're urged. He's had a shot! Goal! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Armenia are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. He is just caressing the ball. Soboslai, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
What?
That ball looks a good one. Oh, now he can run away with it. Thinks about the shot. It's Neymar! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Neymar deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Doué going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Batistuta. That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Zanetti. Sané. Played towards the other side. And it's made its way to him. So just a one early goal to report. Pele! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He's got away. Oh, well played, well played. Oh, this looks sharp. Neymar. Now it's Neymar. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Van de Ven. Belletti. And it's Lopez. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Conte. And the shot's on here. That's very neat. And this is Neymar. Oh, what has happened here?
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Van de Ven. David De Gea. Played out towards the right wing. Goes for the shot! No, poor contact, nothing on the shot.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Conte. Gattuso. Good running, strong and purposeful. That's a throw. And the referee has signalled for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Armenia come in leading by just the odd goal.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Armenia just about ahead. 1-0 at the break. The second half is up and running. Armenia leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Sané, he has found the way through. He slings it in. Quality ball. And it's Lopez. Doué. He tries from a long way out. Oh, glorious! That is a special one! A finish of true class! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And the goal still quivers with the sheer ferocity of the strike.
Well, the power he managed to get into the shot just seemed to catch the goalkeeper by surprise. He really thumped it.
Armenia are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off their shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now with 2 up.
And here's Lopez. Another pass just keeps it ticking over.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Բանը вообще չխաղաց ապե կենտրոնը, անիչա, բաստելի։
That's really well manoeuvred. Olise. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Roberto Carlos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he's managed to get free. Played in with purpose. De Gea claims it safely. Fermin looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Fermin stood his ground strongly. He's found a way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Batistuta. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That's destined for the flank. Kvaratskhelia. Ball is over the line. Fermin. Shot could be on. Conte. Pele. And it's Neymar. All the way back. David De Gea, the type of keeper who instills great confidence in his back line. Kvaratskhelia. Great vision. Doué is in a really good position out wide. Belletti. Into the last quarter of an hour. Kvaratskhelia has it out wide and in space. This looks promising. And he's had it nicked away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, this is a... And Batistuta! And that's a real chance missed.
Oh, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those.
That has not gone well. He's shifting through the gears here. Van Basten. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Doué. Kvaratskhelia. Oh, it's come loose. And it's Belletti. Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Van Van Basten! What a goal! What a player! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Well, he likes those, doesn't he? That's another one for his collection.
Armenia, little doubt, that is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
There's the shot!
Որը
And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Գլխով տվեց։ Ո՞ն քեզ գոհ։ Молодец, опять խաղցողին։
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Shubaslai. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Can he get it through? Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. Gattuso. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite.
Գոլա վառոտ անառիկ պահենք էլի։ Հեսա մա տարտուրի հետ խաղամ գամ։ Մարդ ուզում է քնի ախպեր։ Թող մա լիքը խփի ու քնի։ Հեսա խաղանք։ Արտուր մտի շուտ։ Ուշա, քշերվա ազարնա։ Ոնց է գերը մարա։ Սիուվա։ Ոնց եմ բաթավերը 26-2։ Հա, դու ես ուզում սարքես, սարքի։ Այ, դու ես մտնամ ախպեր։ Սարքել ես։ Պրոբլեմ չկա ախպեր ես։ 26 7 3 57 Արիշ 15 րոպես ընկեր դրե։ Ախպեր մնա հեսա կխաղանք, հապ։ Ես մի խաղն ենք խաղում։ Не, пока что тут сижу. А сегодня у меня есть Клаудия. Слышь, форма, да? Լավ, ախպեր ես, բարի գիշեր։ Ախպեր խեսախ բանդր է ընգեր։ Քեզ ով ասե որ դնես տենց ընգեր, մտ հարցր է, կարանք տենց խաղանք թե չէ։ Կողա ես եմ համաձայն չեմ ախպեր։ Սաղ կանաչ ես դր ընգեր, ֆուտբոլիստները։
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Как тебе задум? Пока что не надо задум.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
Ну, есть место, но не надо. Донать. Չէ, թոմենա, այս մի խաղն ենք խաղում ու Спасибо, Вася. Не надо донатить.
So it's away we go then. So, Jim, would you say that this formation has become the norm in recent years?
Yeah, I think it's one that places the emphasis on your centre forward, not just holding the ball up or finishing, but all the movement that happens around him, outside and inside the box. And he has to link up with that midfield and bring everybody into play, which ensures a more cohesive system.
Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Musiala. Fermin has it in a wide position.
Okay.
That's destined for the flank. And this is Van Basten. That's going wide left.
Roberto Carlos, Peter, might have had more of an impact on the world game than any other fullback before or since.
In what regard?
Well, with his pace, skills and his overlapping runs, he effectively revolutionised the role. He turned the fullback into a vital attacking weapon. It inspired so many players to be just like him.
A lot of space ahead of him. Musiala. Van Basten. Belletti. Messi powering forward here. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Roberto Carlos. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And it's Musiala. Musiala going forward. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's got away. Goes for a shot! He's scored! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Belletti. Distributed tidily. And it's Sané. He's had a shot! Messi, very much a man of this moment. Has good running with the ball.
Oh, really well played.
Messi going like a man possessed at the moment. Shoots! It's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Okay.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Armenia have a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
That's the keeper's ball.
Armenia are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Not much subtlety about that challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And this is Shevchenko. That is ended up in no man's land. Neymar touches it back. Messi going face-to-face with his great block. Messi! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Neymar. And smartly reclaimed. Musiala. And shifted it to the flank. Kvaratskhelia receives it in a wide position. And he's managed to get free. Fermin!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
He's shifting through the gears here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Cruyff. And he... off the bar! I'll keep trying.
Yeah,
Eventually it might come off.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Approaching the half-hour mark. Sané. There's the crossfield ball. Sané! It's off target and by quite a way. Messi looking understandably energised after his goal.
Armenia really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Nicely weighted ball, brilliantly cut out. Roberto Carlos. Spread it left. Kvaratskhelia will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Played out towards the right wing. Played into space. Fermin is onto this. That has not gone well. And it's Lopez. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. It's a pretty loose pass. Musiala. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Can he finish? And a neat finish.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for...
Real chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. And here's Roberto Carlos. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He's had it taken off him. Davids. And it's Musiala. Shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Musiala. Belletti. And it's Roberto Carlos. Driving on and making good progress. Played out to the left flank, and he's picked it up out wide. Roberto Carlos has it out wide and inspect. And for the first half, that is that. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. The midway point of the game.
I'm still trying to figure out how this is still level, Peter. I mean, 1 minute you're looking at one side battering the other, and somehow they find their way back into it. Something tells me there's going to be just as many twists in the second half too.
It's a really enthralling 45 minutes, beautifully poised for the 45 to follow. The score at half-time, 2-2.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Shevchenko.
Ապրչի վիդեր
Second period then underway.
Ես չեմ հասկանում։
Substitution.
Belletti. Pele. He's having a pop! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Neymar is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He has found the way through. Van der Ven did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Belletti. And it's Vieira. Messi! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Roberto Carlos. Lam does really well to win the ball there. Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And here's Mbappe. Pele. They've got a corner here. Armenia with the corner, there first. Roberto Carlos. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Armenia are looking to go forward now. Oh, some astute defending there. Looking to play him in. Tries to pass it through. Takes on his marker. There's the shot! What a wonderful goal! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
This is a promising build-up. Oh, that's superb. It's Pele! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Armenia have their second corner now. Pele. Soboslai. And this is Neymar. Oh, he's been caught napping. And a chance! Now that is commitment to the cause. Armenia have their third corner. Armenia have the chance to go the other way. Lam. Davids. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, he's burst through.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Neymar. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Goulet. Looking for options for movement. That's a cute ball. Oh, well played, well played. In with the challenge. Can he get it through? Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Neymar. Doué. And this is Pele. Thuram. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Belletti. Now, can they get him away? Vieira promptly onto that, and that is that. Messi to Bale. Bale makes a move down the right, and it's Vieira. Neymar. He takes a shot!
No.
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Василий Суткин, Василий Соловьев. Помнишь комментаторы Василий? Русские.
Substitution on the field. Number 20.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Johan Cruyff. Number 22. Messi. Number 26.
And now they can spring out of
Coming
defence.
on the field.
Çalındın
Number
Orçun.
7.
And he's there to make the challenge.
Number 19.
Mbappe.
Number
Oh,
21.
some tackle that. That's gone loose.
Number 15. Iniesta.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Pele. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Driving through the middle.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Bale. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Orası marş çıkar şeyine.
Pele. Pele!
Brnet
Now it's
zara.
a race for the ball.
Brnet zara. Brnet. Молодец, братан. Это бать, братан. Эх, а?
But it's Thuram. A heavy challenge.
Aradaşın çağına
Now who's
mesela
going to be
yani
first to
çağına.
this?
Hızlı tret zara.
Mbappe has created one goal already.
Sarıp nereden gelir zaten.
Iniesta. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Orası
Thuram
çağına
pulls off
mahvet.
an exemplary piece of defending. Roberto Carlos. Spread neatly. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's a sharp little ball here. Corner. Corner number 4 coming up here. And that should get the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Into the last 5 minutes. Picked out brilliantly. Del Piero! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
They're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Roberto Carlos goes short. And the shot! Oh, it's come loose.
Armenia really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Mbappe charging forward, the ball at his feet. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Armenia clearly now in lead preservation mode. And it's Neymar. Roberto Carlos. He's had a shot! And again! And that's a tidy finish!
Roberto Carlos version.
A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. That's a decent ball. Caught offside that time. Roberto Carlos, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's in plenty of space here. Now it's Mbappe. And we're done. Armenia have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
I take this every week, Peter. What a fabulous game. It's amazing no matter how much they were down. They never lost focus, never looked beaten.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Abre շատ ախպերբաղ մեկ խանք չեմ մանում ինչ է լավ ախպերս կարող է գուցե գնացի բարի քշեր спокойной ночи ребят Ահա կշարունակենք երկու խաղ փող չունենք արա ֆուտբոլիստ առնենք փողը չկա Հա, ուրիշ թմով կխաղաս Всё, գնացի բարի քշեր